I really did not expect them to go into the idea of the dreamscape and delve into what is equality. I absolutely was not expecting that. I really wasn't. I know it was there, but I never expect them to go deeper into topics. I always expect surface level, like, oh, dream, they're not living in reality, dream bad, like that type of stuff. But they really do go out of their way to actually explore topics from different angles and different character perspectives, and they're not broad with it either. Robin and Sunday's dialogue is very direct. It's very, like, on the nose, but then characters' dialogues from before, like Boot Hill and Don Hung's conversation, and then Acheron in the man's conversation, the Galaxy Rangers conversation. It, on its own, is a conversation that doesn't really merit much. Like, you listen to it, it's very broad-based, it's very esoteric, it's out there, especially Acheron's dialogues. They're not refined in nature, but then they're recontextualized by the next scene of them, of Robin and Sunday talking, and you're like, that's what Acheron seems. Or same thing, Acheron talks about the idea of blah 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 blah, and then you see Adventurine's backstory, and it's like, I like it. It's even better because it's not it's not Robin and Sunday talking and then getting the Acheron scene after. It plants the ideas of, you'll see the outcomes of the philosophies they're discussing before they discuss it. He is talking about the idea, and this is the outcome of those who choose their fate. And immediately it's there. You see it. Like, this is the outcome for them. And then immediately Sunday talks about what would be the outcome of those. Like, is it bad for those people to have chosen that fate? And you see the dream is that. These people have lost everything. They sold everything just to get into the dream. And it's like, but this isn't reality for them. You know, Robin's like, this isn't reality. Should they do it? And then he says, but it's their choice. It's over. Like, these people don't have anything else to aspire to. Okay. Anyways, let's do the mission.
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
I like it. It's just what I'm saying. Like, man, Withering Waves better have some good story. Because if it doesn't, the game is good, but like, this game's better.
Pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread. Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude, staking everything on some nameless in the future? But you have the numbers, and in numbers comes strength. So that might just delay your inevitable a little more.
Thanks, Gallagher, for the complete confidence.
More encouraging words?
Exactly.
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, negotiating simply allows us to meet them as equals and won't grant us an upper hand. Penacony is our rival's home turf, and we already have very few chips left to play with. Rather than idly sit around while the family's got us blocked off, an offensive approach might be a wiser course of action. We're more familiar with the 𝐙𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿 properties than most, and since it's the key to stabilizing the sweet dream, it's vital to the family's interests.
That's what I was gonna say.
By attacking their core interests, they're bound to retaliate hastily. And as the saying goes, haste makes waste.
I like the idea. Damn. What's that? We're playing cards? Checkers? We're up there playing chess? We're playing checkers right now, but are you moving chess pieces? Yep, time to take out my chess pieces and play a different game. We're not going to play into the game. They got the full hand sweep. I'm not going to fold. I'm not going to hold. I'm going to walk away from the table. I'm going to flip the table over and pull out my gun. We're playing a different game now.
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the 𝐙𝐿𝐴𝐿, either with words or
We're not
otherwise,
playing checkers
we
and
have
chess,
a chance of gaining the upper hand.
where it's one person's more intelligent than the other. We're switching the game entirely. Fuck it, bro. You're playing chess. I'm out here taking out cards for poker.
But the problem is, On the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? Family security will be airtight, and if we brute force it, even if we succeed, it's too risky.
So, no one's gonna say anything? Then I'll raise my hand. I know the answer to this question.
Use the IPC to blow through it. Time for the master script. Of course you do. I never doubted you for a second. Of course she's got the idea.
The Express crew would have been disbanded long ago if it weren't for me.
March, the Express crew existed before you.
So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐟 TM Festivity Audition.
TM? Really?
Or something.
Really?
And it's going to be held in the moment of scorched sand. As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar and be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. Not that that's important. What's crucial is that we can enter the Grand Theater before the audience
Miss Robin was here the
arrives.
entire time. You didn't even talk to her.
So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions?
I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club.
Were you always planning on doing this?
To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along. But now it looks like even if I scrape through, I probably still won't have the chance to shake Miss Robin's hand.
Bro, if all the people on Twitter are correct,
So
bro, you can just
they're
straight
still
fuck
running
Miss
this
Robin.
thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt, set up by 𝐒𝐿 to drum up attention. But it looks like it might be worth a shot.
They're in.
We'll follow March's plan. Mr. Gallagher, will you be joining us?
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character, I've already completed my final mission. Whether Penacony can awaken from this dream is all down to you.
Should we ever cross paths again? I'd love for you to visit the Express.
All right. I'll have to
I'm
add
sorry,
to
you're
that
on the
data
mic.
bank of yours you've got on the Express.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a formidable enemy. As long as the Astral Express and Stellaron Hunters
I mean, she's a
objectives
formidable
are
warrior.
aligned, we're willing to
Literally
cooperate
built
with
for
you.
destruction.
We've already come this far together.
She's built for
I'd
BBC,
like
bro.
to join
Big
you
bad
for the rest of
combat.
your journey on Penacony.
Literally genetically designed for it.
I'm pleased that we can finally fight shoulder to shoulder. I couldn't ask for a better ending.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's prepare to move out.
This ought to be great. Or this ought to be fucking terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scorched Sand Hall. This is where challengers thrive and dream chasers shine, all under the watchful eye of the entire universe. If you have ambition, dream, and the drive, dear friend, the next superstar of Penacony's
What the cockfuck is gonna happen, bro?
could be you.
Wow, they've really outdone themselves. Oh, I'm starting to get excited.
They better give me this song for the Astro Express. I'm not gonna use it, but damn.
Spirit high and full of steel. Are you aspiring to be the superstars of the festival?
What is this electronic
About
beat?
us.
We're the only ones here.
Yes, you! There's no doubt about it. I see you have all the potential of a superstar in you.
Excuse me, you four. What are you hoping to get out of all this?
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of the challenges?
Bro, it just sounds like
Would you be open to a
adventure.
brief exclusive interview with us? It'll be quick.
Your journey is long and fraught with peril, yet under a sky blanketed by banners, you vie for the crown.
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty! The beauty, the beauty! Magnificent and majestic!
Bro, what are you yelling
A
about?
knight's head is hard as steel. Brother Lance's focus is stubborn as a heel. We don't all have to be winners. But if we don't have fun, we'd all be sinners.
What is happening?
People are pouring in. Kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing up. Let's get in there quickly and enter the competition.
That's a very funny thing for her to say, because we're not fighting people, so all sorts of baddies.
Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons, and the soul-glad business empire's founder, Mr. ID.
Oh, we can see the guy who has ID and coins.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Really? He's just an
I'm
old
the
generic
director of
dude?
Soul Glass
Come on, bro.
Factory, Hydean leader. My 4 friends, introduce yourselves to the audience across the cosmos.
You could have made him a custom outfit with like ID and coins built into
Hello,
it.
everybody. I'm 𝐂𝐿𝐴, a nameless from the Astral Express, and these are my companions.
A woman like that showed up on camera. It's over.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities?
No.
Hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. And because the Astral Express is so well known, the family won't dare to make any rash moves.
Imagine introducing yourself and then just having a conversation. Hello everyone, hello everyone. Is it really a pivotal moment to start? She not gonna introduce herself? Fuck it, bro.
Hello everyone, I'm March 7th. I'm an ordinary girl who loves adventures.
Oh, what name is she?
Hello, everyone. I'm Firefly. I am also an ordinary girl who enjoys adventures.
Damn, I just popped in there, bro.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is
Literally,
bound
March
to be
7th, Firefly.
spectacular.
My
Time is
name.
precious. My
Tinka's
4
one of the
friends,
real
come
name.
with me.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast.
God, bro. What is gonna happen here? I don't know what they're cooking up for this sequence. This is gonna be crazy or retarded.
This place is buzzing.
You'd be
That's
bumping.
right. This event is a miniature representation of that time known as the era.
Well, whatever he was gonna say, he's gonna be wiped out. Well, good game around like that. I like the upbeat tempo.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast.
Jesus.
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony
Robin
was
was
first
on there.
established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal and ready to make my
How
first
old is
fortune
Penacony?
in
Like
life.
20 years old? I thought she was like something like 1,000 years old.
During a particularly grueling day, I passed out
Love that.
and was resuscitated by a
15
drink from
FPS
Mr.
animation.
Caesar. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what drove me to create the Soul Glad that we all know and love today. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days and the watchmaker. Scorched Sand Hall is my homage to that time of boundless possibilities. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as the next superstars of Penacony. Now then, is there anything you'd like to say before the competition officially begins?
What are we competing? Take an L in this, I can feel it. Nah, we'd win.
That's the trailblazing spirit. How about you, Miss
I
March?
hate Jujutsu Kaisen
Hello,
brain rot.
everyone. Next up, get ready for the Mega March 7th adventure, where I'm going to break the speedrun world record.
March 7th's a speedrunner, bro.
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits. That's Miss March 7th for you.
Is it?
How about Miss Firefly?
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hope for.
Bro, basic bitch.
A wonderful wish! Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
Safety first, everyone.
What did you generic ass lines?
Simple words, but full of warmth.
Nah, I'd win. I hope
Waiting for
everybody
you
cheats
are
in you.
3
Safety
stages,
first.
each
I'll make the
connected
screen
to
on the
that
record.
era. The first 2 stages offer 2 distinct paths to choose from, with unique challenges on each route. And in the last stage, you will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day.
Bro,
A
what?
beloved contender whose noble virtues are unrivaled.
Someone has won this championship every
Those
time.
are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now, I hereby announce that the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, sponsored by Soulglad
What do you think?
Enterprises,
It's
has
been-
started.
How long are Amber Ears? I thought Amber Ears was like 100 years, so it's been 3,300 years, right?
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, we must reach the end as quickly as possible. Factoring in efficiency and safety, splitting up into 2 groups is the best choice. March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her. It'd probably be better if the 2 of you paired up.
Another date with Firefly.
Fine by me. Let's do it.
Damn, March 7th doesn't care that we're going on a date.
Alright, I don't have a problem with that.
I'll be shooting. It'll be a shooting with me. Hold on. How did you even bother asking for the consent to this? There's no catch. It'll be a shooting with me.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
Welcome
Oh,
to
I hear that
the
clock
stage
beat
of
too.
Soulglad Enterprises
You should be bumping.
33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, Dreamplay Fantasia. In this stage, you can choose between 2 challenges, the School of Acting or School of Action. In the School of Acting challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts and move the panel judges. In the School of Action challenge, you have to defeat 3 groups of enemies convincingly and reach the end.
Action or action?
Now, make your choice.
You got a choice, huh? Hidden ball ass cuts. No. Acting challenge. Action challenge. Fuck it, bro. Let's do the acting challenge.
Stage of dreams for those who dare to dream. Welcome to the School of Acting stage. Step onto the stage and move.
Competitors, allow me to introduce
You
the
can beat
rules of
too
this challenge
each
to
area.
you.
Okay.
There are 3 stages up ahead. On each, you will find an outline of a script. These 3 scripts were written by the legendary filmmaker, The Watchmaker, and depict various stories from Penacony's era of pioneering. Your task is to bring those moments to life, find the right words, and act convincingly to make the judges feel the script's intended emotions. Oh, I wish you a successful performance. Also, a bit of trivia. The record score for this stage is held by a participant with fiery red hair. His exceptional performance brought even the strictest judge to tears. Looks like he wasn't
Fiery red
happy
hair?
at all.
Oh no.
We are running out of time, so let's get this over with quickly.
Damn, bro. We get uppity with me. We gotta act.
Just take a look at this pair! Such star quality. Since you come as a pair, I'll prep a 2-person scene for you. You 2, are you ready?
Ready? I don't even know what we're gonna do.
Envision that you both, driven by the spirit of exploration, are arriving at the land of dreams that is Penacony for the first time. But instead of lush lands, you find yourselves amidst swirling sands and desolation, far from the paradise the watchmaker described. You're driving an old clunker through the wilderness of the dreamscape, braving the cold wind, choking on the dust, and suddenly, a fierce memory zone meme blocks your path.
Pretty sure we did this.
Now, Mr. Greyhair, what line would you deliver to express your disappointment in Penacony?
Gray and like silver, bro. Basically the same. I'll slide them out. So what incarnation is this hell? The watchmaker's a big fat liar.
Very good. Now, though you're disappointed, your screen partner is conversely very enthusiastic. Now, young lady, you will say...
This is great! I love living on the wild side!
Oh boy.
Very good, very intense. And then we cut to the story's next scene. You find a job mending the rails, but the days are long and your endurance can't keep up, and you finally collapse in the endless expanse of desert. Suddenly, sweet rain falls from the sky, wetting your lips and rousing your spirits. Now, Mr. Greyhair, what line will best express your surprise at this moment?
What the fuck is happening here, bro? Wow, we Penacony, my Penacony is really about good God, bro. Sweet rain, arousing the spirits. Just let me die at this instead. Perhaps we were never meant to succeed. Jesus Christ, bro. Fuck it. Let's jump and arouse the spirits.
But at this moment, your partner yet gazes into the sky, both her eyes closed. The raindrops fall, blurring her vision, and she tragically says,
Perhaps we were never meant to succeed. Right?
I should have kept it. I should keep it. She has to be happy.
Both of you have
I
an
get it.
incredibly solid foundation in dialogue delivery. However, lines aren't everything in a performance. Please continue this story on the second stage.
I should have had her say the happy line.
Challenged with a body language test.
I hope these tests won't take too long.
That was the mic. You heard that. Hopefully it's a summon the staircase for us. Okay, bro. Pop off.
Here, you two are required to skillfully utilize body language to portray the story context I've laid out for you. Picking up from where we left off, a heavy downpour saves you both stranded in the desert. This rain quenches the anger in your heart. You look to your companion, now completely devoid of fighting spirit, wanting to comfort her. At this moment, what should you do to make her laugh?
Stand up for her. Pat her head. Pat her head. Oh, come on, bro.
You seriously think that would make someone laugh?
Bro, what?
The test now is about body language.
Roll around in the sand, I guess, bro.
What?
Right answer. Your companion sees you rolling
Right
about in
answer.
the sand and thinks about the arduous obstacles along this journey. She can't help but let loose a laugh, rekindling hope in her heart. And so this girl...
I'm gonna get back on my feet and keep moving forward.
A tug at the heartstrings. The story continues to develop. heavy rain leads you both to sense a business opportunity. So you start venturing into the umbrella industry. But just as the business begins to pick up, competitors start flooding the market with low-priced goods, squeezing your market share.
How is this happening, bro?
You have no choice. The goods you stockpiled at high
How do we go from
prices
adventures
have to be
to
sold at a
stock
loss.
market?
This is a pretty self-destructive move, which drives your business to the brink of bankruptcy. At this moment, what would you, who refuses to admit defeat, decide to do?
Body language, refuse to admit defeat. Leave dejectedly, get on my knees and go. Stand up and smack the table. That's a classic. Dream chasers can be knocked down, but never knocked down.
Fantastic! But it's a pity your friend does not agree. Seeing that you're up to your eyeballs in debt, she sees nothing but despair in her future. And then...
Is she gonna dejectedly leave?
I leave Penacony in utter disappointment. Is that okay?
Of course! Absolutely! I was this close to tears! Both of you possess exceptional acting talent! However, the true test is yet to come. You're about to encounter the harshest judge this show has ever seen. You'll need to rely on perfect performances if you want to win them over.
Perfect performances. We're perfectly perfect. Perfect pair. Chosen. What the hell is the actual... Is that in the top left telling me what song's playing? Or just telling me where I am? Like, is this like a unique location? Like, yeah. Like, what's that on the top left? I've never seen that. A navigation thing?
Welcome to the final stage. Actually, all the scenarios that you previously encountered were all from the film Once Upon a Time in Dreams.
Are they?
Two companions arrive on Penacony with nothing but a dream.
Sounds like most people are showing
Their
up.
desire for achievement is met with continuous setbacks. Ultimately, one continues on, despite spiraling into debt, while the other concedes defeat and leaves. Many years later, their paths cross once more in the thriving Penacony. Yet, they refuse to acknowledge each other because...
Neither know how she ended destitute. I found the poverty while she's leading a normal life. Yeah, big shot, but she ended up destitute. I found the poverty while she's leading a normal life.
Against the backdrop of a revitalized Penacony, the joy of reunion mixes with the sorrow of past separation, the awkwardness of being strangers, and the shyness of a long-awaited encounter, all converging at this very moment. Give it a shot. Try and convey this bittersweet scene to me. Bring it to life with precise and emotive acting.
Precise and emotive. Something I don't excellent with.
Is this ever going to end? I know! Why don't you try that clockwork thing you used before?
Oh, we gotta eat.
Your performance is far.
Yeah, let's make it happen. I don't want to go through every damn emotional option, see every damn scenario.
I never imagined that such a sad scene could be portrayed by you
Oh,
two
whoops.
in such a joyful and heartwarming way. Two people sharing a long cherished friendship, as if time and status meant nothing to them.
Huh? But we haven't even done anything! Is his imagination running wild again?
Yeah, what exactly have we done?
Your portrayal outdoes the original.
Isn't this being streamed to the galaxy? We stood there and she's already hyping us up.
We have passed the test. We ought to hurry up. Stellaron is at stake.
No business. The clock. The game was right though. Is this the appropriate time to have a competition?
But more importantly, are you having fun? Fun is more important than success.
I love how it's the juxtaposition of having one of those serious, like, philosophical dialogues and then go into like this upbeat techno, like
That red hair contestant. Who is that exactly?
Yeah, who?
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul. You have the option to choose Gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or Time, where you'll face Clucky's trial. And now...
Good God, man. Well, the swagalicious animation. I feel like the resolution changes. Like, the animation isn't. It's not as bad as like Assassin's Creed when it was like, Odyssey, where it was like 30 FPS and like 720p. It was like, oh my god. Gunfire trial or time trial? Let's try gunfire, bro. Dynamic story, but you get two choices.
Welcome to the enchanting universe created by the Watchmaker. Awaiting you is the morally dubious yet ever charming character from the animated Clocky series, Hanu. It is said that these cartoon characters were inspired by the Watchmaker's own experiences.
Yeah.
According to research by Clocky scholars, the original Hanu of reality shared a deep friendship with the Watchmaker, akin to comrades in arms.
Is that so?
Enter into the world of Hanu via the TV by the entrance and partake in an enchanting and suspenseful story with him. Good luck in there.
If it's a gunfight,
Dr. Ratio
I
as
should
voice
be able to
actor.
settle this with a fight, right? I hope this won't waste too much of our time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we both in control of this Hanu character?
Very good. Looks like you've got the hang of it. In this Hanu's Adventure episode, Boss Stone has gathered his battleships for an assault on Dreamville. Old Buzzfly, Cousin Wolf, and Bonehead are all raring to go. The brave Hanu must thwart their advance and protect his home. Alas, Hanu presently is ill-equipped to fend off the malevolent mischief makers, which is why he is preparing to seek out the Puzzle Gentleman's aid. Go forth and...
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you could... Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. How about an intense and thrilling game of Dream Jigsaw to blow off some... Oh my! Are you telling me that Boss Stone has rallied the villains to seize Dreamville? What a dreadful twist of fate! Listen closely, Hanu. I'm aware you're in need of a suitable weapon. And I also know there's one just upstairs. But you know what? You'll have to play an Now scurry along, Hanu, but tread carefully. Two ne'er-do-wells are also eyeing those jigs, so I can't wait to see you.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there! If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick? of jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Oh my! The exquisite sensation of perfect alignment! My organizational itch has been quite thoroughly scratched. Hurry now, Hanu.
Haven't been talking this entire time. Love it.
TV set and transform back into your own self.
Are such haphazard instructions really okay?
Yeah, it's good enough. Brother hot. Huh.
Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented.
How are you disoriented? Don't you turn into a giant mech half the time?
Is that hot?
A real Brother Hanu. Staying carried from this switch really necessary? Huh.
What exactly is he talking about?
Tick-tock! It's time for me to make an appearance!
Oh, this is going. The plot thickens. Help.
Clocky? I can also see him. Is this character part of the show?
No, it's because the dreamscape is collapsing.
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything! Like right now! I can be your translator! Tick-tock!
TikTok. Banned.
Hanu says, battle! We must do battle! The enemy is at our doorstep, and we have no path of retreat for the future of Dreamville!
I don't think that many have said that.
Looking TV right now!
Okay.
So they just jumped inside that TV.
Where are the dream landscapes?
Logic in this plot and dialogue is really being pushed to its limits.
Last time you shut down that asinine plot. This time.
Here we go again. Ready?
Well, I'm ready.
I am gradually getting used to this. Huh. Who knows? I might even be able to perform some high-level moves with Hanu.
Oh, did someone say
High-level moves? What's that?
Just now? That's right, pal. The upcoming script is just exploding with all sorts of high-level shenanigans.
You did not listen.
Hanu was preparing for battle. Suddenly, he hears heavy footsteps coming from the hallway. The mischief makers have broken into his home. But brave Hanu won't go down without a fight. He instantly sprints for the storage room, ready for a duel.
But
You would,
we still don't have any weapons in hand.
was our rocket launcher.
Guess what? Hanu's favorite bazooka just so happens to
There.
be in that storage room.
What a coincidentally convenient plot twist. It'd be even more awesome if the organizers allowed me to wear armor.
I love what she complains. She's not just your ditzy like.
The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right?
Rocket launcher.
I wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the soaring locust too.
These soaring locusts. What in the hell are you talking about, Firefly? Terrorist annihilated. Just like America, we saved the Middle East. That's all I know. Nice.
Careful It looks like we've got more company.
They're ready to fire. You have to tell me twice. Long range missile inbound. Don't call that a triple double, bro. That is Burger King. Bro. Four hostiles?
Here we go again. But no big deal. We're pretty handy with this bazooka now.
Right, you hear her, bro? Bitch, I'm handy. The only thing you're doing is giving us a handy. Look at this little hippie. Getting his back blown up. Rock it out!
That should be all of them, right?
Oh my! Honor is on a string!
Yeah, it's gonna call the chopper gunner, bro.
Stage is complete! Quickly! Head through the TV to the next stage!
Man, bro. Call that shit Columbine when I shot those fuckers up like in a school.
Well, that's that.
Good God.
It's gonna be hard to let go of this bazooka.
Yeah, well, she likes the bazooka, huh?
Never mind. Let's hurry over to the next stage.
Like I said, she's probably a weapons nut because she's a literally genetic engineered mech driver. She probably would be into all sorts of weapons and weapon systems. She probably can augment her mech with stuff too.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves! But, unfortunately, there is only one who can be Penacony's festive superstar.
What's our other team?
In the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, you will lose the opportunity to become the festive superstar.
Where's Himiko and March? Have they failed?
Welcome to the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival's third stage in the 20th season. Sponsored.
Not listening to all that. He just cut cannon launch. Good gravy. Arena 2 or Arena 1? Okay, bro. Arena 2. Don't know the difference. Oh, not Argenti.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Why is Argenti on Peter Gunner?
Watch this. Feeling lucky.
Why is Argenti on Peter Gunner? When did he have star hair? Did the IPC guy turn him into a superstar?
A night of beauty?
He looks a bit. Will you be participating in the charm? Huh? Does he just not talk? I mean, obviously it's not him because he has like the weird star shit in his hair. Quad Drive Intelligent Rabbit. The Mini Rabbit mech by Stray Cat Duelist Galactic Ninja Quad Drive Intelligent along with the 32 other industrial members. The predicament safe and sound, and with them all to reveal in the harmony with the countless other splendid beings. This is the beauty it has, like, quite the same, aren't you? I'm busy saving the world. Can you make way to save the world? Oh, righteous act of beauty, if that's the case. No, that won't do. The rules of the contest are sacred and inviolable, just like beauty. What would be the noblest action? Will you steal a stellar out of Peter? I'm begging you, all I need is the truth. All I speak is the truth, brother. Forgive me, my dear friends. If you cannot present irrefutable evidence, I must not yield, lest I dishonor the name of the Knights of Beauty. But what if you say it's true? In the name of beauty, let us Let us use this fated duel to test your mettle. Upon arrival, I was once mistaken for a towering silver-armored fugitive with a fiery red flame. Due to my lack of eloquence, it matters not, for all these trials stem from the land of dream. What matters is now that I stand before you, our paths have crossed. I, 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐻, the Knights of Beauty, am humbly request a battle in the name of the Code of Chivalry with both of you. I am fortunate enough to emerge victorious. Kindly grant me the passage to the crown of victory and recognize that Adrilla, the beauty, is the most peerless beauty among them all. Great.
Trickier to crack. Time for a
At least we get to hear 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐻's theme.
This symbol of pure.
Come on.
Damn, she doesn't have her shit up.
Look at the draw.
Brother did a unique 2-time super effective cycle.
Victory!
Barrier. Alright, let us start.
Together as one. Can I have fun this time?
I would normally hit that with that.
You are fighting a gentleman.
This combat needs Optima.
It's not gonna break his shield, it's gonna weaken it. Why would you?
Put forth all your might.
That's a lot of damage.
Fury spiffy? Wait for the tiles. Let's put. Can you find the answer?
What? Punch a bitch.
Gotcha.
He does have
All
all
things
fire
must work
things.
human creations.
Put on the crack of alt. Have we got a second? No, yeah, I think so.
Bear witness to what duel commence.
Soul freed. Yeah, drop his shields. Right, remember, he's not the player. These are.
Cleanse on yours. Put forth all your might.
Yin and yang.
How annoying.
Choose me strike. Wow, my turn.
Now, his team is so good, his combat theme.
The flesh wounds.
Break. Into the barrier. I wonder if I do my
Look at the
alt.
draw.
Hit the barrier though.
And victory!
Still got it.
I see through you.
And now we can put it. Well. Yes, we can put it on him because I'm able to hit all three.
You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
No matter. Fury spiffy? Can you find the answer?
Nope.
Wait for the tiles.
We'll hit him.
A quick
Right.
divination.
Whoops. I don't think
Awaken. Human creation.
should have went for the middle shot. That was actually one.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang.
Behold, this symbol of pure. Let the duel commence.
More
I guess he is pretty low in terms of his yeah.
Time for a fun.
It's not full powered Argenti. I probably could just actually have gone strike him directly.
I'll go easy.
Since I'm looking, he doesn't actually have his full shield.
Choose me strike. My turn.
Yeah. Okay, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't actually have his full power. I could just went for him the entire time. The ultimate is eternally beautiful. Beautiful, the captivating contest. It is though as you realize I uphold the honor of Adrilla. I must further hone my skills. What a beautiful lesson indeed. Go forth, my dear friend, beautiful miss. The audition's crown is yours to claim. I shall remain here, gazing from afar. Is it actually Argenti though? I don't remember having like this.
We don't have much time.
It's like, he just doesn't
May
talk.
fate allow us to meet again, Knight of Beauty.
Nah, bro, he rizzed her up.
In that case, let's make our way to the end.
Oh, we got the bag
Penacony is really
Argenti.
thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
After that techno beat, love it. After whooping Argenti's ass. Weird to have him there, but not have the voice actor. I mean, it's better to be that way. Just although I don't know, to have the entire quest be voice acted when you get to that character, it's like dead ass not voice acted. That is not my character's name. Where is March 7th and 𝐂𝐿𝐴HK? Yeah, here's the rest of the team, bro. I guess they just don't count.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. Before entering the
Sounds like
grand
Sunday, but a bit weird. Forgot to turn that off.
On behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance.
Where are my stellar jades?
Your endeavors are worthy of extra recognition, and I've taken steps to ensure that. However, this reward is not a material one, but rather the opportunity for an open and honest communication between us.
Lovely.
As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron.
Hey, we
and have
live
come
on air
to
right
a
now?
Consensus. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Both you?
Just as expected.
So where's our Mr. Yang?
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless.
Damn, bro.
Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy.
How's that work?
Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success.
Yeah.
But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
Interesting question. Dystopian for the survival of the fittest or a sweet dream paradise? No matter what, honestly, I'm always gonna fight for my future. It's a natural order of things.
That's not the point! Don't let him mislead you!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it?
Really isn't.
The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. the only path to take.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use this Charmity Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
The bird was death, not
Indeed,
Dream
Dream
Master.
Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position of great authority.
Yeah, you, nigga.
Do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron.
Does it not?
If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of
That's
you
not good.
right now can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call. Someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Yeah, but what you calling up the power for?
There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Because Sunday just has this ability as the brand.
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Aeon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced.
Just a moment.
Man, but we're going to the interview now.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family
𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴,
toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity.
Both of you might be in
unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great one, 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴?
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who
Think about the
changes
logic.
the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Aeon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Aeon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony.
Now the Umbro choir got
Though
wiped
an
out.
Aeon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang,
They're harmonizing to a different signature.
being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
Like I called it. It was either Sunday or him who's a traitor. They're both traitors. It was quite obvious he didn't follow the harmony. Damn, bro, homie, hit him with the genjutsu.
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this.
He's now a true follower of 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴's harmony.
It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
He doesn't follow harmony.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
That would be huge if I actually was
Done with Mr. Yang and
into the lore of the game and knew the actual backstory of all the factions.
I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
Of the Order.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we? Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone and have been widely observed.
Efforts for the justice of Penacony, everyone widely observed. Get to the point. What are your terms?
Patience is a virtue.
We don't have this.
However, I won't hold it against you. On the contrary, I'm here to make my intentions clear.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Aeon? No one's ever done such a thing.
That's one hell of a way to be a follower.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
Wait, he trapped us in another genjutsu.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process, stronger in effect and more
Got
draining
borked.
on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it
The
before,
gray-haired guest.
so he should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you.
Do a
Now, everyone,
fucking Asari mind.
please look at the
powers.
huge screen.
Which one?
The road we once took begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird.
Take it from the
This
top.
story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in. Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove all on its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage.
This story fucked him, bro. This event.
We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment. Its destiny was determined by our momentary win.
And that's how reality works. That's how stronger beings defend the weaker ones.
I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make? Stick to the original plan and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
They put her in a cage. That's what they did in the past.
I can't decipher his intentions right now. Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it, I fear it'd never get the chance to fly ever again.
Much like the nurturers in nature. If you nurture it, well, we know what happens when he nurtured it. It fell. It didn't fly.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. Back to the question. I would personally choose to build the little Charmony dove a cage. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't even live to that point, then there's nothing to talk about to begin with.
Interesting she chose to put it in the cage, yet she says if it can't live to the point.
Casually throws this kind of question at us? What exactly is his deal? If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for the little Charmony dove. After all, leaving it there, it's...
They kept talking about it. Everyone sees the birds that can fly, but they never thought about the birds that crashed. Everyone wants the bird to fly because the birds can fly.
Mountain marsh from
All birds should fly, so I should build a cage to heal it. Because it's a bird and it should fly. But what about those who never flew? Everyone aspires someone to be strong by trying to choose the path that everyone always chose to be strong. But no one ever chooses the path to actually help the weak. Or to help the weak where they're at. I'm choosing to build the nest in the spot. Make the decision. You build it at its weak. You empower it in its weakened state to see if it can survive. Since it can't fly, we'll try to make it survive in the way it chose. It can.
Made up your mind. Allow me to reveal what fate this choice will bring to the fledgling.
It'll die either way.
From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. The Vosicle scorpion, Asdana wolverine, and the Huntington winged snake. Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still near apex predators in a fenced location like a yard. in such a location. Only one fate awaits that little Charmony dove. A painful death. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. Now, let us advance to the second decision. This time,
doesn't matter. You put it in the cage, the second it comes out, it crashes into the ground. It never learned to fly.
This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents, and providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the Dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life. Except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything. He told me I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels until his inevitable judgment arrives?
He had good intentions.
I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even alter the outcome of this tragedy.
So what the Pooh has to say.
A dream chaser story. If I acted out of kindness, I would probably ask the Bloodhounds to stop their pursuit and lend him a hand. But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
I mean, he got the strong defending the weak because every time he's defended the weak, it's failed.
Question. Surely it has some connection to the baby bird story. And this connection is precisely the breakthrough Sunday aims to use to persuade us. I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. But that guy in the story, I don't think he deserves any sympathy at all.
He just sold his kids into
He
slavery.
sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still insanely irresponsible. With that thought, there's only one choice.
Even then, you gotta send him back. He's insanely doomed. He has nothing now. And now his kids are in slavery. He essentially doomed himself and the others. in the grand scheme, if it was just him, he would send him back and live with the consequences. But his goal was a tough one. His goal was good. His intentions were good. But in the end, he chose the wrong idea, wrong path, and fucking doomed everyone because of it. Should we just let him die because of it? I don't think we should let him die. If there's a chance he can redeem himself, there's a chance. If not, I mean, it's what he did.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. Out of respect, I'll share with you the dire consequences that my choice back then brought about.
We'll see what happens.
First, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his status. He might not have become a tycoon like old 𝐂𝐿𝐿𝐼, but he was considered a character of excellent repute. Now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying bronze melodia. The mission was simple. Listen to the criminal's repentance. He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his 2 children, he instead responded with a question. What children? In the end, my heart aligned with the harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake held no value, turning instead into a wrongdoing. It created a lamentable oppressor and countless oppressed individuals. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision. And the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master, and as per his wish, we had a private conversation. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister.
Interesting.
The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
Or good old thumbnail stuff?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's
Isn't that a war-torn
right
place?
now.
Is that where the place is getting blown up?
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she alright?
right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital.
We got blasted during the war?
Above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries.
Got blasted through the neck.
Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks,
She grazed
it'd be
me.
advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages!
Damn
I'll
savages.
pack my bags right away.
Like,
My gratitude for bringing this to my attention.
why does it sound so young
Mr.
here?
Overwood.
Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
Oh, she has a scar on her neck. Oh, a bullet blasted
This
through it.
happened? Miss Robin.
And what's about
It's
you
all
go
in
to
the
active war
past,
zone?
so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the harmonies, limitations, and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences. Because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did,
Shit, bro.
would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
Oh boy. But she survived.
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights.
Where you haven't died? Yeah, I can imagine that one. Here we go.
I see blurry faces. I don't know who they are, but I sympathize with all of them. Fighting for survival against
Seabiscuit. Other universe Seabiscuit.
unfathomable force. Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. But I also remember they chose never to give up. If Mr. Sunday's quest with each Trailblaze, dangers and tribulations will surely follow. But would you ever back away?
No.
Would you stop March and
It happens, it happens.
Miss Robin's courage is admirable. And here I was thinking she was just another superstar celebrity.
Nah, she's an activist.
But the fact that she's also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No, I doubt he'd wish harm on his own flesh and blood. No.
Doesn't matter what he wants.
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but if I had to pay such a price...
He goes. Her choice, her life.
I see. I'm
Doesn't
now
fix.
aware of everyone's stances.
I like this section.
Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
I agree with that.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
fulfillment through living?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth.
Jesus, bro, you
People
going with the
lured in by
self-worth
this
thing?
illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some
Ain't
worlds.
no way this is what this nigga's
During these
name's gonna come from.
hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days. And thus,
What exactly is
every
Eve in that
person can
land up?
return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek
Silver
refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations.
Another
There would be
utopic
no
dream.
need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit, living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
I think everyone will understand the concept, but it's not reality.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
Yeah, it sounds good, but it isn't real. It isn't achievable.
But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Dreamhead.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
Not if you alter reality to be the paradise in the first place.
It is not forsaking, but transcending.
I guess that's not an option.
Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
Not only is it an escape,
That's another way of understanding it.
It's not how everything else in the universe was achieved.
On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams.
I still don't agree with that quote.
But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all.
That's what I said.
Even when your heart pities them.
He has this nihilistic outlook. He's
I've
nihilistic acceptance. But he has an
From my
idealist outcome.
Individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak. Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer.
True though.
We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Not long ago.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble
We get into a philosophical debate with him.
core is empty.
And it reaffirmed everything I said. I'm glad I said it
You
before.
might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch.
He's like 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿.
Misha feels familiar
He's able to
with this
transport through the
place.
dream world.
My hunch
He considers
might be correct.
Gallagher's created world his home. No, it doesn't really feel familiar. I guess it just feels familiar. It's not really nostalgic.
Exactly.
I went through the
This
puzzles
is
here, but
where
it ain't
you and
nostalgic.
Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us.
Well,
We're drawing closer
she
to the
knocked
truth
us
once
out
more.
for whatever it was to
Let's
send
give
us there.
Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret
It was
of this
sleepy.
dream bubble.
Because we were knocked out, so we went to sleep in the dream.
But there are doors all over the place.
How the fuck did she know that,
Which
though?
one should we choose? Do you have any idea,
I guess
Misha?
her Aeon would just talk to her directly, so she doesn't actually need to, like...
I guess maybe this way?
Right. There's Blocks don't have to brute force her way through here. Alright. We're gonna stop here. That was a big ass part. Let's see how demonic this gets now.